Hey, Mark Lyford here from the Get Real podcast. I just wanted to welcome you to this brand new podcast. It's called Get Real, and it does what it says on the tin, really. It's about real people, real businesses, real entrepreneurs, real life. I've been an entrepreneur now for over 25 years, and I see a lot of BS. I see a lot of false information, a lot of hype and rah-rah stuff about being an entrepreneur. And being that entrepreneur for over 25 years, it's not all like that. So Get Real is about being real. It's about interviewing real people, getting real experts, real guests on the podcast. And I want to know from you guys what guests you would like to see me interview. I've got a great bunch of guests lined up already, and I'm really looking forward to starting the Get Real podcast. So I just wanted to say hi and welcome. You can find out more about the podcast if you go to realetrepreneur.com/podcast. The next podcast, if you're watching this and you're going to watch the next one or listen to the next one, is actually a podcast I did with somebody else. I did a podcast with somebody else for the Resilient Entrepreneur podcast, and Chris was the host of that. So it's actually his podcast, which he's allowed me to use. But I wanted to put that into this Get Real podcast, because actually, rather than me telling you a lot of information about me and my past and my journey, that interview that I did with Chris from the Resilient Businessman podcast pretty much tells you everything. It's warts and all, and it's pretty real. So have a listen to that, and then we've got some great guests lined up. I'm also going to be doing some Get Real quick podcasts, just 5-minute short podcasts talking about specific things related to being real, being a real entrepreneur, and real life. So thank you for tuning in and subscribing to this podcast wherever you subscribe. I really thank you very much for being a part of this Get Real journey, and I look forward to giving you as many podcasts as I can with as many great people as I can get to interview. Thanks a lot.